off a 5-game road trip. What did you think of your team's play?
I liked it. I thought we played in spurts at times, but overall, I liked our energy. It was one of those games you just felt like we could pull away, but we never did. They played extremely hard, though. They were very competitive. I think the way they lost yesterday and with all the other stuff that happened, I think they wanted to come here and put a serious game on the floor, and I thought they did that.
Doc, what did you hear happen with DJ, and then what did you hear him or say to
I think he
way
told
out?
Mark that he loved him, and Mark said he loved him back, and that was it. I don't know, so is the answer. I thought that way we'd be better, though.
I like that better.
Yeah, I do
Makes
too.
a better quote.
Yeah.
There was a stretch there after DJ left where the lead started to kind of get a little bit closer there, and I think Josh had those 2 threes late in the third. How big was he in the second half?
He played well. The threes are good sometimes. But more, I just thought he played with pretty good energy. I thought our bench gave us a great lift today. It's funny, again, Dan, that's why you look at plus minus. They have a minus, yet I thought their energy really helped our team today. And it's funny, the starters actually said that at halftime. They just felt like they gave them energy today. I thought the bench got frustrated because they were moving the ball and they missed a layup or block a shot or fumble the ball. But I love the way they played. And if they continue to play like that with the ball moving more in the first half than the second, to me, that group will be good.
Doc, you coached Paul Pierce, a nice size of his career. Your thoughts on him scoring 26,000 points?
I didn't know that. So that's a lot of points. Did he? I don't even know what place is Paul in.
16.
Wow, that's amazing. Paul's just special. He frustrated me when I coached against him because I didn't see the athleticism, and I used to drive me crazy. You think this slow guy, how's he scoring? Then when you coach him, you realize he's not slow. He's got a great first step, and he's a better athlete than you think, and he's strong as heck. But I think Paul scored most of his points from fundamentals. Every kid should watch his footwork. I mean, he's still beating guys off the dribble, and it's all footwork, and it's amazing.
I realize you guys won the game, but second time this year you guys had somebody ejected for 2 technical fouls. You feel like you guys need to do a better job of just kind of keeping it in when they get frustrated?
I don't know, Ben. I mean, who leads the league in techs?
You guys.
No, as a team. You sure? You should check that.
Okay. I believe so.
I think it's
You should check that.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's Golden State.
Your second?
Now, I could be wrong, but I know they're up there. I mean, don't you guys have internet in this room? My goodness.
The Wi-Fi here is
Oh, is it called internet? I don't even know if it's called internet. Is that what it's called, Wi-Fi? But obviously we don't want anybody to get thrown out of game, and I didn't know, honestly, if there was enough to get thrown out, but it didn't, you just never know. So I don't like anybody getting thrown out, but it happens.
Josh, now about 6 weeks in, where do you feel he is in terms of adjustment?
Just up and down. I like him to be a little more consistent. I think his effort is consistent, which is good. And he's getting it, like him and all of them. They're just slowly. I just like our team. Like you can feel us building. We're slowly getting better. We're nowhere near where we want to be by the end of the year, and that's why we'll win games or lose a couple games here and there. But you can see us getting it. You can feel our group as a team now. They kind of understand what we need to do and trying to do every night, and I think we're getting there. So I'm happy with it.
Doc, after a long road trip like that, is it important for guys to share the load in a game like this where maybe 1 or 2 guys are tired?
Yeah, honestly, coming in the game, I was expecting a couple guys that may have flat nights, and the problem is from a coaching standpoint, you don't know who or where or which guy. I mean, Chris, for whatever reason, looked like he had great legs tonight, and so there's no rhyme or reason to it. We've not practiced at all in a week. Milwaukee, and really no shoot-arounds either. So, and the only reason we did that is because we just haven't had nowhere to get any rest. So our guys have handled that well. They come into the little walkthroughs before games, and they're very serious about it, and that's allowed us to survive through this stretch.
You mentioned the bench's energy. Energy's never really been a problem for Lance Stevenson.
No.
But it seemed like in the first half he kind of gave you the thrust you wanted.
Yeah.
But on the negative, then it seemed like he would make a play, then he'd run down the court and guard the wrong guy.
Yeah. We had, the funny thing is, sometimes you just gotta laugh with them, and at halftime the guys were killing him because, he gets a dunk, a steal, and then he's, literally. I called it, and I said, you can't have a parade after every basket, okay? And he did that. But on the upside of it, he's doing so many other things for us. And I think our guys now get him. They understand he really wants to make plays. He doesn't necessarily want to score. And I think our guys are trying to get him the ball so he can run in transition more.
Doc, 2 of your next 3 games are against teams that are above you right now in the standings. Do you feel your team's playing well enough to really be able to take advantage of that part?
Yeah, I think we are. But, it all depends on that night, obviously, in finishing games. San Antonio, I think their point differential is actually greater now than Golden State's, which it's funny. Maybe no one knows that. Everyone's talking about the other team. And San Antonio they're not beating teams right now. They're destroying teams. And so we got a great challenge. I'm really looking forward to it.
And Doc, we talked about this stretch that's happened and you're in the middle of right now.
Yeah.
So how do you grade what you're doing, and then how much more of a task is it to have to come home one game and quickly go back to back?
Well, this is tough. Obviously you'd rather play San Antonio and Oklahoma. You think about the other time, we have to fly back from Houston day off and then play Oklahoma. So, this is why you got to be careful judging your matchups during the regular season, because you can't see what a team's going through, if they're going through a tough period, if they're tired. But at the end of the day, we'll find energy from somewhere, and we'll be ready, and I really believe that.
But is this going to tell you anything special about your team right now, do you think?
I don't know. I guess I'll answer that at the end of it. I hope it tells me something, but you just don't know right now. We have the high school here. Did they come?
We do, they're here.
Right here.
Okay, you guys have one question?
Adrian, how's it going?
I just got,
That's right.
I got a funny question.
All right.
Which commercial acting skills are better, Chris Paul?
Oh, Blake, you don't even have to ask the question, Blake. Yeah. It's not even close, is it? Blake's good, I think. Chris gets paid a lot for his commercials, but Blake's really good.
That makes Chris good.
Yeah, that makes Chris good too. Good question. You have one? All right. Next time, have one.
I got one for
Come on.
Who's better in 2K, Austin or you?
In 2K?
Yeah.
Austin's probably better than 2K. I'll leave it there. Thank you.